Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear student, welcome to Finance and Banking class. I am Nasir Farooq, lecturer, Greenfield School and College. Today I am going to discuss a new chapter. The name of the chapter is Sources of Finance. It is most important chapter for the student of class 9 and class 10. From these chapters, I discussed the introductions or concept of sources of finance, the concept of different sources of finance, the classification of sources of finance. When the financial managers, when a business organization start a business, at first they make a specific plan. According to plans, the organizations collected money from different sources or legal sources. If the financial managers cannot able to collect money from legal sources, they fall in business. They cannot able to make profit properly. They cannot able to profit maximizations. For this reason, a financial manager always awareness about the collected money from different sources because the when a business cannot able to collect it money, they cannot run in the business properly. Because of, we know that the meaning of finance is called according to plan. At first the financial manager collected money from a legal sources, then use or then utilization of this money of this fund and control is called finance. So a financial manager always thinking the legal sources of finance and always finding the legal sources of finance, because of there are many sources to collect it money for a business, but every sources is not suitable for the companies, for the organizations. For these reasons, financial manager always thinking and always planning the which sources collected money, which sources from collected money suitable for a business. So, dear student, I would like to describe the introductions of sources of finance. To get the fund due to starting any business, selection of the sources finance is one of the most important decisions in financial management, because different sources has different cost of capital and different term have different disadvantage and advantage. Institutions collect which will provide maximum benefit or maximum profit and minimum cost. From those sources, a financial manager collected money, because we know that when we collected money by selling the shareholders, by collected money by sources of own capitals or savings account or external sources just likes of selling bond or shares, the provider of the shareholders, the owner of the shareholders also give a certain rate of dividend. The owner of the debt holders also provided interest rates. For this reasons, the financial managers, when he collected money from different sources, they also thinking, they also analyzing the legal sources. Just for that's why, or by this way, anyhow he will get the profit maximizing or wealth maximizing and minimizing the total cost. The main object of an investor is profit earning. We know that because business meaning to earn profit. in anyhow, but we providing the legal service, we can get the more profit. The main object of investors is profit earning. It is to be confirmed when the total income of a business is higher than the total expense. I mean, when uh, when a business managers earn total incomes 1000 taka and his expense is uh, 650 taka, then we save some money, then we get a profit, just like so. 0 0 minus 5 is 5, 7 to 10 is 7, 3, so 350 taka is saved. It's called net profit. Okay, dear student, I hope you will be understand the concept of different sources of finance. Now I would like to describe the some different sources of finance. We know that fund need to run a business because of without money, without fund, we cannot running in our business. Whenever we make proper planning, we make collecting the labors and any others functions as arranged rightly or properly, but when we cannot fund, when we cannot fund collected, then we cannot run the business properly or run the business. Due to the difference of farms, because of there are some kinds of farm, service farm, production farms, and other kinds of farms. So due to the difference of farm, nature and objective of business, because of nature and objective, I mean, there are some kinds of funds which is to earn profitable, to make profit. Some organizations is not make profit. It's basically welfare, social service farm. So due to the difference of farm, nature and objective of business, and organizations called fund from the different sources. When funds provided by the owner are called internal sources, and when funds provided by the creditor are called external sources. So, dear student, this is most important topics for the business studies students, basically from this chapter. At first, we have to know the how many kinds of sources to fund collected. We know that there are two kinds of sources to collecting the money. One kind is the internal sources and another is called the external sources. We know that internal sources are the basically owner of the companies, and internal sources fund collections by swelling the share market shareholders, just like so private limited companies and public limited companies, whose company collecting money by selling the shareholder. So the another sources is the external sources. External sources basically the uh, persons, the part of those finance who are not the provider of those monies are not the owner of the companies. They are the external part. They are the uh, not members of a companies. It's called creditors. Credit or debt or debentures is same meaning. The creditor holders also provided a certain rate of interest. Due to creditors, business organizations will be bankrupt. For these reasons, a business manager always awareness about the creditors from the external sources. So, dear student, now I am describing the sources of finance. We know that sources of finance, there are two kinds of sources of finance. One kinds behalf of the internal sources and another the external sources. Today I am describing the behalf of the internal sources. There are two kinds of internal sources, the ownership based internal sources and another kinds is profit oriented internal sources. The ownership based internal sources also two kinds. One is owner capitals, own capital. The another is shareholders. The own capital. There are three kinds of finance. We know that basically financial organizations are three kinds. One is sole proprietorship business, and another is partnership business, and another third number is joint stocks company. The part one sole proprietorships business. Basically, uh, these business sources of internal fund are owner saving, such as land, labor, capital are used for the productions. So, a sole proprietorship business basically it's involve one persons or running this business by involving one or two persons. Um, for these reasons, they used to fund labors and capitals based on the use for the productions. The second important topic is partnership business. Partnership business, it's one kinds of business when the business run by some people, they involve this business by investing their own capital. Fund invested by the product partnership is considered as the owner's capitals or own capitals. Partnership business, they usually use the own capital for the running of the business. In the third topics is most important topics in joint companies. Joint companies, there are two kinds of joint companies. So the joint companies fund collected thought selling share, it's considered as internal sources. There are two kinds of joint stocks companies. So this is most important topics. One kind is public limited company, the another is private limited company. The member of public limited company is limited to 2 to 50%. And the public limited companies is minimum 7 and maximum number any number may be any number limited by the shares. Because of public limited companies, when companies collected money and at least 1 lakh taka, if they sell 1000 shares, the number of shares is 1000. When a company is collected money 10 lakh taka, 10 lakh taka, then the company's issue is 20,000 shares, then number of members of public companies is 20,000. By this way, there are no limited unlimited in maximizing number of the shareholders of public companies. First, when companies collected money, by issuing the share, then the number of share is increasing. When companies uh, cannot issue the cannot collected money by issuing shares, then shareholders is ultimately is decreasing. Both and public and private companies limited collect money through selling shares. At first, we have to know share. What is shares? We know that the share is the part of the total capitals. The same part of the total capitals is called shares. When a company sell 1000, when a company want to collected 1000 taka and the each of the share price is 100 taka, then he or she sell the total number of share is 10. I mean 10 share issuing by collecting 1000 taka. Here the 10 share, the price of the 10 share is equal same, I mean 100 taka, then it multiply 10 is equals 1000 taka. The price of the share is equal and same, there are no difference price in different shares. I mean all of the student, you understand the what is shares. The what is share, the small part of equals of the total capital is called shares. So when companies collected money, more collected money by issuing shares, the number of shares is increasing. When they sell, they collected money, some amount of money is collected by selling shares, the number of shares is decreasing. For this reason, the public limited companies shareholders minimum at least 7 persons and maximum number may be or any number limited by the shares. So dear student, I hope you will be understand. Now I am describing the another topics, the profit oriented internal sources. This is most important topics. This topics is based to the profit related. At first we have to know what is profit. When a company sell some product or giving a service, they earn money. When a company sell any end product, he or she divided or minus the total expense. When the difference between sales and minus total expense, then the companies get profit. The undistribution profit and savings fund. At first we have to know what is undistribution profits. The portion of profit which is invested in the business instead of distribution among the shareholders is called undistribution profit. I mean when a companies can be when a companies make profit, and if the companies do not distribute the profit among the shareholders and keep those monies in a specific accounts is called undistributions. I mean undistribution, I mean the meaning of when any persons, when any companies do not distribution the profits, it's called undistributions. This part of money keep in the separate fund for the purpose of business expansion in future. It's called savings accounts. The purpose is savings account. When companies is fall prices, when companies is fall prices uh, in the make profit, or when companies is the face the risks, unexpected risk, then the companies make profit, then the companies compensate and collected money to make up the risks and make up the prices, make up the unexpected problems from those sources. For these reasons, this is most important topics, this is most important sources for a companies or for a business financial management. So dear student, I hope you will be understand, you understand the undistribution profit and savings fund. The last topics is in my lectures is dividend equivalent fund. This is most important topics. Dividend equivalent fund. The shareholders of a company usually get dividend from the company on a regular basis, because of we know that when a company can collect money by selling the share market shares, the provider of the shareholders also expected a rate of dividend. For these reasons, they also invest in money in the market or in a companies. For these reasons, the companies also provide also give regular basis dividend, uh, and usually get the dividend from the companies a regular basis. Goodwill of the companies imply with giving this dividend, because of when a companies cannot able to keep dividend among the shareholders also will be a frustrations, and the shareholders blame in the share markets. Ultimately the company's image is hampered. If any year business earned less amount of profit, payment of a dividend is not possible, but inability of dividend payment may hamper the company's image in the market of the years. So, when companies earn huge profit, then keeps aside small portions from the net profit as dividend equivalent fund. Thus, fund is gives the business ability pay dividend on the regular basis. I mean, when a company wants to give the regular basis dividend, they should be keep a part of dividend. When the companies earn a huge amount of dividend, they should be a part of monies, and keep those monies in any other separate accounts. When companies is crisis, when companies cannot able to earn make profit in any years, then in those years the companies make profit, give the regular basis dividend by collecting from those accounts monies. So I hope all of the student you will be understand in my lectures. If you have any problem, if you face any problem in my lecture, you should be